Stray dogs are a common sight in Turkish cities. For many, the canines are beloved four-legged members of the community. But late last year, the Turkish president asked city leaders to round up stray dogs after a child was bitten in one incident. Now, it's not clear whether that dog attack actually involved strays, but since then, some places have begun capturing and removing the strays. And I do want to warn you, the images you're about to see will be disturbing to some viewers. The biting incident set off a culture war, with many dogs being captured, terrorized, left to die, even killed. And filmmaker Elizabeth Lo documented some of Turkey's stray dogs surviving, if not thriving, on the streets of Istanbul just a few years ago. Now, since the government crackdown, Lo returned to Istanbul to find and rescue one of the stars of her film, this charming pup, Zeytin. Elizabeth Lo joins me now live from Los Angeles. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So your film, and it is just glorious, tells the story of life for stray dogs in Turkey under a no-kill, no-capture mandate that existed before President Erdogan's Christmas Day speech. So what is happening to these dogs right now?
When President Erdogan ordered all cities to round up their stray dogs, despite this being against Turkish law, countless dogs were taken and disappeared across the whole country. But there was a big public backlash against it. And according to HITAP, the Animal Rights Federation in Turkey, the rounding up of dogs has been paused for now, but we don't know how long this will last.
Right, and in 2020, you released your film Stray, and we just saw a little portion of that. And a main character emerged in your film named Zeytin. His life continued until Erdogan's mandate, but you became so worried about him, didn't you, that you went back to find him. How difficult was it to track him down and take him back home with you?
When I heard the news that President Erdogan had announced that he wanted to round up all stray dogs and realized that Zeytin's life, who was the star of my film Stray, was under threat, that she could be languishing in a shelter or worse, even killed, I decided to take a flight to Istanbul because I felt I owed it to her to try to find her. And in the first week, we were unable to find her because it's a gigantic city. But thankfully, one day, on our very last day of searching for her, we stumbled across her, lying asleep in a cafe, as she always did. And I decided, rather than leave her on the streets to live her life as she always did, because Istanbul has been a very hospitable place for stray animals, it's a bittersweet ending that I felt it would be more responsible to adopt her to a family outside Istanbul, a farmhouse by the name of Mert Akok, who takes in many former street dogs, and so that she can age gracefully and have a safe future, rather than be at risk right now as most stray dogs in Turkey are.
Oh, that is a delightful story. I'm so happy that you found her and found her a happy home. But of course, so many other strays, that's not how it's ending, unfortunately, for them. Talk to us about the outcome there and what can be done to help all the other stray dogs.
I think it's up to the Turkish public to stay vigilant and to be vocal about their opposition to stray dogs being rounded up. From what I observed in my time there making this film, there's a deep love across all classes of society for these stray animals. They're fed communally and cared for and protected. And I hope that Turkish people take pride in their laws that protect the freedoms and lives of stray animals in a way that's much more progressive than most of the Western world. And I hope they can continue to uphold these laws that they fought for and were implemented in 2004.
So how have the people in Turkey been reacting to this?
there was a huge backlash against the rounding up of the stray dogs. And according to the animal rights activists I spoke to, because of this backlash, the president retracted that he had ever given this order. But a lot of experts told me that the government seems to be very against these stray animals and that their days are numbered, whether it's months or years. But I hope that's not the case because culturally, Turkey and Istanbul has always been such a welcoming home to stray animals, unlike anywhere else in the world.
Well, it is an extraordinary film that you have put together there, and of course, it's also shining a spotlight on what is happening now in Turkey. So, thank you so much for talking with us, and hopefully, there'll be some more happy endings for some of these stray dogs. Appreciate it. Elizabeth Lo.
I hope so too.